Conservative Christians makes me sick. Conservative Christians make me sick, especially ours. I'm talking about black conservative Christians. But as a whole, conservative Christians make me sick. And here's the reason why. I've been following politics ever since the days of Bill Clinton, about the last part of Bush Sr. When I was coming along, I started indulging in politics when Bill Clinton came about. And I follow politics very heavily. I never voted for Bill Clinton. I never voted for the Bushes. I never voted for Obama. But I did vote for Joe Biden. And it wasn't because that I favor any party over another, because I know what the Bible say about participating in the affairs of the world. God created governments, municipalities. He created the justice system, lawyers, judges, and all this stuff. Because we see it in the Old Testament. Deborah was a judge. An unrighteous government crucified Jesus. An unrighteous government attacked and executed his apostles. For anybody to be on YouTube, social media outlet, supporting either party, you are against the scriptures. No matter how you try to dress it up, you are against God. If you're going to talk about it, you should have an independent view and talk about it right. But I find that it's the conservatives over the years that wants to be right no matter what. They claim to love God and they claim to be in the Bible, but yet they disobey the Bible by participating in pushing their candidates. They have built platforms off of pushing candidates. Democrats do it too. But my aim right now, I'm aiming at the conservatives, the Republicans, the red people, however you want to describe them. It's sick. It's sad. They are attacking this lady, this DA lady down in Georgia, simply because she went after Trump. Simply because she went after Trump. And they are dragging this lady, saying everything about her, nasty stuff. That's what they do. They attack Democrats, not just on political stuff, but personally. Now they talking about this lady don't know how to act in court. She acting nasty. She got a bad attitude. But we've been seeing the very same type of behavior from Donald Trump since he's been around. even before he started running for president, even before he entered the political field arena. His reality shows. Donald Trump has always been Donald Trump. He ain't never respected nobody. He has always been Donald Trump that we see, that we have been paying close attention to over the last few years. That man went down there to Georgia, tried to hamstring the elections, said he was cheated. Fox News pushed that lie, and they wind up having to settle close to $1 billion lawsuit behind that lie. Then Donald Trump was right back in Georgia the next week pushing those two Republican candidates. He never produced any type of evidence that the elections were rigged and stole from him. He tried to pull this same type of trick in all the states that he lost. Arizona was one of them. I think Wisconsin was one of them. Michigan. Now, he tried to pull them same old trick, just hold up the election. Never produced any creditable evidence that the elections were stolen from him. Even in Georgia. We all heard that phone call. He made 2 or 3 phone calls down there. I think the last one was one where he was trying to pressure and demand 11,000 votes, just enough to get him the win. Isn't it funny how everything Trump do, how he act is either ignored or just spent away? But then when it comes to the Democrats, the conservatives, they don't fail to let anything get by. They don't hold true. I'm talking about the conservative Republicans, Christian Republicans. Like this lady over at Standard of Truth podcast. She live in Atlanta. She knows the Bible. I like her. But the more she talk about politics, the more it's clear to see that she's a conservative. And she don't open her mouth and criticize Donald Trump. The way they try to describe this woman as acting in court and been acting, he's 10 times worse. He's 10 times worse. That woman is being wrongfully attacked simply because Donald Trump trying to use that to toss out, to get rid of that trial. He's guilty. People had already testified against him. He's in trouble. And he's using this as a desperation tactic. And the conservatives are pushing him. They are defending him by attacking this lady and trying to ruin her. And it's not right. But yet they want to act like they holy. The conservative party always been a bunch of hypocrites. Everything the conservatives do is right. But everything the Democrats does is wrong, and they are hell bound. But the Bible tell Christians to stay away from it. Politics. It's in the Bible. Read it. Be in the world, but not of the world. Don't get involved with the world affairs. I said something to this lady 3 weeks ago concerning her supporting Donald Trump. Well, it's not about the person. I know, I keep telling y'all that it's not about the person, it's about the policies. What policies? That's a lame excuse. When it comes to the Democrats, y'all don't use that. You're not gonna vote for no Democrat no matter what. But when it comes to the conservative, you know you're not supposed to vote for them. Y'all use that. Well, it's the policies to give yourself a lame ass excuse for for supporting people that you know you shouldn't because of the Bible. Want to find excuses. Well, it's the policies. His policies are worse than the Democrats. The Democrat policies do include everybody in society, no matter how. But the Republicans' policies exclude people. They don't want to give poor people, working class people, anything. No type of breaks. Claim we're living on a system, living on a government. But you see what they do. You see how they steal. You see how they redirect money into the pockets of the rich. You see how they get away with it, tax evasion. Everything the conservatives do up there in Washington is geared toward looking out for the super rich. They don't want to pass the bill to tax the rich, the 1%. They always have fought that. They fought it on Obama. They fought healthcare, Obamacare. They fight everything that the Democrats want to do that benefit the working class people. But yet, they want to hold to the Bible. I don't understand it. I'm a registered Democrat, but I'm more of an independent. I voted for Joe Biden simply because I dislike Donald Trump and his followers. I've been following politics for a long time. I never voted because I knew better from a Bible standpoint, but I just decided to vote for Joe Biden simply because I don't like the Republicans. And I'm going to vote for them again in November. If the conservatives can disobey the Bible and push conservative values and use their platform to push candidates, somebody as wicked as Donald Trump, then I don't have no problem going to the polls voting for Joe Biden. I'm not going to push him. I'm not going to campaign for him, but I'm going to vote for him. When it comes to politics, all of them are crooked. All of them. So you can't, as a Christian, you can't pick and choose who you want to defend and who you want to put out there. They trying to drag this woman. The conservative drag everybody that comes against Donald Trump. Then they want to use the Bible to defend Donald Trump. That man could not accept that he lost. He pushed them lies. Then even went as far as trying to have that man, his vice president, deleted simply because he wouldn't stand with him. Want to leave him around. What come first? What comes first? God or politics? They wanted that man dead. They wanted that man killed simply because he wouldn't stand with Donald Trump and not certified on votes. They didn't give that man no grace. The conservative preachers didn't come out and defend that man no kind of way. They didn't say nothing about him. So them being quiet says a whole lot. But look how they ride around Donald Trump, even prior to the election. Look at the conservative preachers. Look at all the conservative Christians, YouTubers. They campaign for Donald Trump. They use their platform to push Donald Trump, to get him votes, to persuade people's mind, to vote for their crook. Oh, she's nasty. She got a nasty attitude. Look how Donald Trump been doing it and doing it even worse. It's funny how they want to use the Bible. They use the Bible to defend the conservative party, but use the Bible to damn the Democrats to hell. It ain't right. The latest Standing True podcast, you ain't right. Any so-called conservative Christian who does that, y'all ain't right. Them conservative preachers use their church and their platform to push Trump and tell them fake prophecy lies about God, what God said about him winning, and we see who was in the White House. They pushed that stuff. They pushed it. Even after he lost, they were still pushing. Called elections a fraud, trying to recall the election, simply because they got caught up in their lives and lying on God. Just because y'all didn't get the outcome that you want, what make you think that the elections were stolen? Maybe God got in there who he wanted there. You ever think about that? Now, the conservatives don't think it like that. Donald Trump never produced any evidence that would prove to him winning Georgia. It was Republican Secretary of State that got attacked simply because he wouldn't help Trump cheat. Trump tried to pressure that man, try to strong arm him his way. That's Trump MO. Pressure people, strong arm, bribe, all that he was doing. He got caught up. He didn't have sense enough to know that the phone call was being recorded. Then the people, well, what law did he break? Well, he broke Christian value law. It's funny how y'all want to put everybody else under the Christian value laws. But if he didn't really break no laws, then that's fine. See how they want to do? Everybody else held to moral standards. But the conservatives, as long as they ain't legally break no laws or nothing, then they fine. Everything they do is right. Mike Pence, he's certified to vote. He's a rhino. They want him dead and gone. But what about his Christian values? The man said he didn't have no reason not to certify the votes. Did the Republicans give him any grace? They hate that man's guts right now. They wished that the mission was fully completed January the 6th. They wish. They hate the fact that that man got away. Simply because he wouldn't stand with Donald Trump to hijack the elections. They don't want to accept defeat. But they didn't give Hillary Clinton the same grace when she was cheated. Donald Trump is in trouble in Georgia because of his actions. Now they want to attack the woman on every level, person and all this stuff. What her personally got to do with? That just show you how devilish y'all are. Then that woman is standing the truth, and all these black conservatives, they trying to talk about them, but you won't talk about the conservatives, Marjorie Taylor Greene and all them folk. Won't talk about that conservative preacher down there just killed himself, found out to be a cross-dresser. But they're against everything. The conservatives are against everything. Sin, homosexuality, pro-life stuff, pro-choice. But look at him, cross-dresser, preacher, found out to be a cross-dresser. He committed suicide. They don't talk about that. It's the policies. When it comes to the conservatives, they gonna find them. It's the Donald Trump policy is worse. Is no good. Just like everything else he represents. No good. Donald Trump don't care nothing about God laws. His policy is not aimed at making life better for the rich people. I mean, for the working class. Them bills, them package bills that he passed, 2 or 3 of them. The first, especially the first one, he acted like after he signed that bill, he acted like he couldn't stand it. But a lot of that money went to that wall, which was diverted into his pockets. When you talk about that southern border wall, it's only so much they can do. They will have to buy out them people land down there to bring that wall inward, then build it. But they ain't telling y'all that a lot of them ranchers down there in South Texas are Republicans, and they didn't want to sell their land. They didn't want to give up their land. They want the government to do something about it, but they not willing to give up their land. Some of it to let the government build. And that wall it always have been a problem. The southern border always have been a problem, but they go back into the days where rich conservatives over here sold out America years ago, sent all their business out the country for cheap labor. And they've been bringing them people over here for centuries for cheap labor. See how they go? The conservatives are greedy. They don't care about American values. They say this stuff. They pledge allegiance and all this stuff. They believe in American-made good products, American workers, but yet they outsource for cheap to save them money. I got some neighbors, just built a house, white neighbors, just built a house right across from me. White neighbors, religious neighbors. You know who built that house? Hispanics. From the ground up, they built their house. One white man did the fence. Everything else concerning the main house, they did it. I was sitting there looking at them. The days I was off, I seen them. Foundation to the finish. Mexicans did it. Now you tell me how much they value the American people. When it come to money, them jokers will sell out any minute. They act like, yeah, I'm for America, buy American, American race and all that. But when it comes to money, them jokers don't care. Money talk. Cheapest. They gonna go with the cheapest to save them money. That's what they are. I'm gonna get mad at them folks south of the border for coming over here trying to work. They luring them over here. They been broking them people out for centuries. You know how they been doing them people down there in Florida, working on them farms, giving them fake Social Security numbers just to get them working. Then when something happened to them, they turn around and use that against them, then deport them. That's what Donald Trump was doing out there in California with the conservative farmer, deporting them folks, working them and deporting them. So they wouldn't have to pay them. Cheap labor, they already working for $5 an hour, almost 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, during peak season, working on folks to death. I've been out there many times. I drove out there for many years, picking up their produce out there in California, all up and down the California coast, valley. Hot. Them people out there walking behind them tractors, bending over all day for $5 an hour. Overtime. $5 an hour. Conservatives don't want to talk about that. But they want to sit on there and push a wicked candidate, Donald Trump. That man is morally corrupt. Look how he been acting in the courts. Gag orders after gag order. He defied gag orders. He just got out of court up there in New York when he got that $300-something million judgment against him. He came right outside the court slamming the judge and the DA. But yet, this woman is wrong for trying to defend herself when them people are attacking her, just trying to kill her character. trying to kill that woman character. She was so bad, and so why this stuff just coming up since she started on this case against Trump? They looking for a technical. They want this woman off the case. They want the whole case dismissed. Georgia changed them voting laws, especially in Fulton County, after Donald Trump lost. And look what they did. They try to fix it. They have tried to fix it to reduce the number of Democrat votes coming up in November. Why they gonna go and change the laws after it was proven that Donald Trump lied? They done took away a lot of them voting precincts. They done put them way out, count a lot of them way out the way, and forcing them to have to go stand in them long lines, even longer lines, to vote. And when they gonna pull them tactics, shut off machines, not enough voting ballots, like they did down there down here in Mississippi in the governor race, this last governor race. Tate Reeves against what's the Democrat dude name from Mississippi? See how they did that? Didn't provide the voting station with enough voting ballots. They use all those tactics. But she ain't gonna talk about that. Them black conservatives ain't gonna sit on the top. They want fairness. Let the people vote. They don't do that. Whatever necessary to help the conservative win, they don't care. If they got to cheat, fine. But everybody else is held to the law. I applaud that lady, Fannie Willis, for defending herself. It's just an attack from Trump, like he always do. That man dirty. He's behind that stuff. I support her. The hell with the conservative black Christians, conservative Christian YouTubers, especially the black ones. They want to talk about the Democrats. The Democrats just been taking advantage of black votes and all that. I don't trust none of them. That's the point. I don't put my faith or trust in none of Democrats or Republicans. I don't vote that way. Like I said, voting for Joe Biden was my first time ever voting. And I really wasn't thrilled about it then. I just went on did it because I found the time. And I want to do whatever it takes to spite the Republicans. And I'm going back and voting for them again, Lord. If I be around in November, he got my vote. I hope to God Donald Trump lose. That's what they want running this country. And you see what we got when he was in the office. 5 years of a whole bunch of mess. They talk about Joe Biden. I thank God that I don't have to turn the TV on and listen to the president as worse as Donald Trump was. Lies after lies after lies after lies, deceit, cover up. We got peace. We don't have no president on TV telling people to inject Lysol. We ain't got no president on TV talking foolishness every time we hear him. He have all the answers. Now that he ain't the president, but he was in office, he ain't had no answer. That bullshit trade war with China. I'm in the transportation industry. I've been in it for a long time. I know what Donald Trump was doing was killing the economy. Was nothing wrong with that trade deal that was brokered under Bill Clinton. It was working good. Donald Trump put them farmers out of work. He put the transportation industry, transporting goods, he put that in a strain. Them tariffs that he was putting on China, that stuff was coming right back out of us. China owned our debt. You know how much business China owned over here in the United States? And that's due to behind what George Bush Jr. did when he bankrupted the country. That trade war that Trump started, it hurted us, not China. China owned lots and lots of business. You mess with China too much, y'all gonna find out the hard way that Trump should have left it alone. If China decide, if Trump get back in the office and China decide they gonna pull out of the United States, it's gonna be worse. Y'all really gonna see how bad it is. The Republicans is responsible for shipping all our jobs and stuff to other countries. The Republicans is responsible for that. Ain't nothing wrong with the economy. I'm making plenty good money under Biden. I made plenty good money under Trump. But it was Obama administration that got the economy back up and running. Donald Trump know that. That's why he didn't run. That's why he didn't run against Obama. He knew better than that. They didn't want to come in the office and take credit for getting it. No, the economy was up and rolling and back on track before he got in the office. He didn't do nothing. But I'm telling y'all, that trade war that he started with China, them tariffs, that stuff came back on us. That stuff, everything Trump did backfired. But the conservatives tried to cover it up. Like some with their insurance he did. I heard Herman Cain trying to promote that stuff. And he got asked a question on his radio station one day, how it helped. Then he tried to lie, well, I'm going to lose right here. He said, yeah, it's benefit. Then he had to say, yeah, well, I'm going to lose on this end, but I'm going to gain on this end. So it really don't help you. But this how they are. That lady Standing True podcast, Brandon Taylor, Marlon, Candace Owen, they make me sick. But it's all for subscribers. They know where to go to get the subscribers. People, them ignorant conservatives, don't know nothing. I see them in the comment section everywhere you go. They don't know nothing. They don't care. They don't care about right. They don't care about what's right according to the Bible. They just care about what's right according to the conservatives. Donald Trump go out there and try to get that man killed and calling him a rhino and all that, and simply because he wouldn't stand with Donald Trump. So they don't care about what's right there with that. They didn't care about what's right. Donald Trump didn't produce no evidence that he was cheated. He didn't give Pence a reason to stand with him. But the conservatives, all they want, well, he's a rhino. So y'all putting politics over faith, right? You ain't giving the man grace and saying, yeah, well, can't question that. No, y'all want him dead. Y'all accept it. He's a rhino. So it's stand with Donald Trump no matter what.